And here we have a pretty much stock CC-02, and here we have upgrades, 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 and more upgrades.
Excellent!
Welcome back to Poor Boys RC, guys, where today we've got the CC-02. We've got some Yeah Racing goodies. Check out this awesome looking skid plate we're going to put on. We've got more Yeah Racing goodness right here, some lower links made of all aluminum, and they're kind of clearance for high clearance, which is pretty radical.
We have clearance, Clarence.
We have got some aluminum steering knuckles right here. Not that I really need them, but I thought maybe they might be susceptible to breaking, so let's get them. And one last part that I don't know if I'm going to put on or not, but it's just this aluminum suspension link. And I figured there's a pretty good chance that this could break. So instead of installing it today, I'm going to leave them stock for now. And if one breaks, I've got an aluminum spare, which would be a good thing to have. But we've got 3 nice parts we're going to put on this truck to make it a little more capable so we can get it out and do some nice testing with it. Now, I did take the CC-02 out without telling you guys, and I didn't film anything. I just took it out on a bit of a shakedown run, and I was pretty gentle on it. I was happy with it, but there were some limitations, and these lower links right there, you can just imagine how they get hung up. But just the way they kick out right here, they really get in the way, and I was noticing them getting hung up quite a bit. And that's one of the nice things about these Yeah Racing links. The way they've notched them right here, just a brilliant design. So that's going to maximize your clearance with this truck and hopefully won't get stuck. Because I'll tell you, it was getting stuck a little more than I thought it would. So let's start off with installing these aluminum steering knuckles, get these bad boys on there, and go from there. And since we're going from screwing the last screw into plastic, now we're going into aluminum. Just want to use a little bit of thread lock on there to make sure that your screw doesn't back out. And I might just put a nut on this one. This screw is quite long. You can see it sticking out at the bottom there. And whenever I see that, I think to myself, there's a good chance that might come undone. So I'm going to throw a little nut on there. Beautiful fit, beautiful finish. Pop our drive pin in, hex. There we go. That took all of about 5 minutes. That was a really simple mod to do. And those knuckles are prone to breaking. So especially the way I like to drive my crawlers, definitely prone to breaking. Why did I go with lime green yoga pad? Gets so dirty. How was I thinking? Anyway, so next modification we're going to do here, guys, will be these bad boys you see right here. There's a part number for you. Just so you know, I got all of this stuff from RC Mart. So I'll throw a link down to RC Mart in the description box below. Great company, great pricing. Their shipping is where they get you. You're going to see some really attractive price points, but when you calculate shipping, it goes way up. So keep that in mind, but they do have a ton of parts for your Tamiya vehicles. Pretty hard to screw this up. All of them are the exact same. And I just realized that a few minutes ago, I said that all 4 of these are the same. In fact, they're not. I'm totally wrong. I lied to you. There's 2 different lengths. We've got a short one for the front and a longer one for the rear. Because boy, I'll tell you, these look really nice. This looks like a really nice quality part. Ooh, those are gorgeous. And you can see they've got this nice, so imagine this is the rear trailing arm. It's got this nice kick down right here, whereas the factory one kind of comes down like this. And I noticed on my test run, it was getting hung up on a lot of rocks. This should really help. And although there's still that little bit of a kick down area right here, it's been reduced significantly. So let's start with the front and go from there. The kit comes with a little washer to put on there just to, I don't know, do washer stuff on that screw. Look at this link here and see how it drags down like this. This is what it was getting caught up on everything. You can see all the scratches underneath there. And if we flip it around, look at that beauty. Nice kicked up, nice and high. That changes the whole look of this truck, and it changes the way it's going to work entirely on the rocks. It looks fantastic. Ooh, those look so nice. Look at that kick-up angle. No clearance? Clearance, Clarence. Again, super easy, just a couple screws, and what a difference. Look at how that looks. I mean, it looks totally badass, but this should really help with performance on the rocks. All right, and last but not least, the stainless steel skid plate for the CC-02. All those little ledges everywhere, you know, it was just getting hung up a lot out on the rocks. So when I saw that Yeah Racing offered this skid plate, I thought that is going to be absolutely perfect. Help this thing just slide over some of the rock obstacles out there. Yeah, because this thing's got a bit of a bend to it. You got to kind of give her one of those, it looks like. Just by, backing these out a little bit, there's enough space you can see right there. Hello. Sit right in here. That screw right there was a bit of a pain. I really had to put all my muscle into it and to get them both lined up. But anyway, we are all done. Let me know what you think of that. Looks like it's pretty good. It's got a little bit of a rounded sort of a hump to it. You can see there. But overall, I'm hoping this will help the chassis just slide over the rocks, because with that transmission hanging low is getting caught on everything. Hopefully it doesn't get just caught in this little section here now, but time will tell. And you can just imagine how much more effective these links are now. Look at that. You don't see where the link comes down because it's behind the wheel. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. We did what we got to do to get this sucker modified to optimize its performance so we can go outside, take it for a rip.
Excellent!
Nothing better than a pint of beer after a little bit of a rock crawl session. So just a little follow-up on the CC-02 after those mods, guys. I'm really happy with it. It's still I would say like a light trail truck, if you want to call it that. It's not going to hang with the TRX4, even with the high clearance links. It's not going to hang with a Vanquish product or anything like that, Red Cat. But it is a lot of fun. It's a great little platform. If you're thinking about getting one, I'd strongly recommend you do. They're very capable. And the CC-02's got a better steering radius than the CC-01. It just drives a bit nicer. I like the way it drives better than my CC-01. I find my CC-01 was able to do a few more of the obstacles out there on those mossy rocks. My wife and I go out there a lot. We crawl out there a lot. I think my CC-01 was a little more capable, to be honest. But I think the mods made a big difference. Those high clearance links definitely made a difference, but the low belly on the CC-02 still gets hung up sometimes. You could put on some bigger tires or more aggressive tread. That's another mod I was considering. The tires that I have on there, they've got a really nice scale look to them, but they're not the best on the moss. In the drier conditions, on a drier day on the rocks, they're actually really, really good. But on the mossy rocks, a set of super swampers or something with really big, meaty, aggressive tread really rips up into that moss and really gives you a lot of forward movement. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this fine Moosehead Canadian lager. You guys, thank you again so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, guys. It would mean a ton. Hit that thumbs up, that like button also would mean a ton. And we'll see you on the next one. As always, be excellent to each other.